Hello there, my name is Gary Tomlinson. As I said, we'll be doing a DVD showing the secretarial side of the TauRIS ETS system. I'll be going on to show you the full installation side. It will be very detailed, so you'll never have a problem with it whatsoever. We'll start by, I'll show you what equipment you actually need to start off with. You get the TauRIS CD disc. This is the 1.44 version. You get a USB converter inside here. If you open this package, there is a little small disc that sits between the cardboard. That's to install the driver for the USB converter. We have a PC cable and we have a 15 to 9 pin connector. All them three joined together, which then go on to connect to the TauRIS clock. That's how you get the information from the PC into the clock. As I said, I will show you that step by step, so it will all become self-explanatory. I'm going to move on now by installing the two discs, which is the first thing we need to do to get started on the program. Okay, so I've put the disc into the driver. What we do is we double click on My Computer on your PC. That brings up a list of icons, and as you'll see there, it clearly says CD-ROM 1.44. Double click that. That brings up a whole list of icons. A lot of these are just manuals telling you exactly how to do things. The one that we want to concentrate on is the setup. It's just disappeared off the screen. It will be back very shortly. I assure you. There we go, it's returned. So the one we want is the one that says setup. So double click on that and it'll start to install it. As you can see, it says preparing to install. This PC is slightly slow. It is 4 to 5 years old and it has got a lot of information stored on it. As it says, the wizard will install the TauRIS Club software on your computer. To continue, click next. So we click next, and as you can see, it's starting. As you can see, it has now successfully installed it. So all we need to do now is click finish and take the disc out of the driver. So we'll do that, and then we'll move on to installing the second disc which we need to install. Okay. Right, what we've done now is I've put the small disc into the driver, and it's brought up a list of different USB converters. The one we need to concentrate on, as you can clearly see, is that one. So it's the top one here. And what you do is you double click on the envelope where it says product driver, and it brings you a list of 4 more up: Mac, manual, Windows and Linux. The one we need is we double click on Windows, and it's brought 3 more icons up where it says Win 98 2000 XP, which I know that is the one for this computer. If it was on the other computer, it would be the Windows Vista one which you would click on. So what we do is we double click on the first one, and it brings you 2 options: PL2303 driver and the set COM. What set COM means is each USB port hole on a PC is a COM port setting. Obviously, as you can see, that will plug into one of the USB port holes. Thus, it will need setting to a COM port. But what we're first going to do, we're going to install the driver. So we double click on the first one, PL2303. You can see it's starting to look at things. The install shield wizard will install PL2303 USB to serial. To continue, click next. So all we do is just click the next button. As I said, it is slightly slow, this PC. clearly says that it's installed it. So all we need to do now is click on finish. But now we're going to click on COM port to set the COM. Double click that. And you'll see right down in the bottom corner there, we've got the icon come up and it says no USB. What that means is it wants me now to plug this into the PC. So on the side of the computer is the USB port holes. That's now plugged in as it says. And what we do is we double click on that icon and you've got an whole list of COM ports here, as you can see. So I'm going to put a dot there. It says USB to serial controller in COM port 4, so it's set to COM port 4. So what we do now is press set, and now we can close this down by just clicking on the crosses, and then we'll remove the disk and we'll move into the TauRIS program. So I'll take the disk out and then we'll move on. Okay, we're going to move on now and we're going to import a club into the TauRIS program. You see the icons there and the fancier along to it. You do exactly the same for each fancier. So to start off with, we double click on TauRIS club. That brings us up a small box that says TauRIS club software 1.44. It's got Shearland club already inputted because obviously that's my own club. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to click on club and click on show, and it shows you that one. So if there was no clubs installed, it would say no clubs just there. So you go back to club and you click on add. So I'm just going to make a club up. So we'll go DY1111, and where it says name, click in there, and we'll call it Stone Broom Flying Club. Abbreviate the FC, and here is which union you come under. Now we know it's preset for RPRA, but if it were NAHU, you just click on there and a black dot would go into there. NWHU for North West Urban Union, black dot in there. But we know it's RPRA. So once we've done that, we press save. That club has now come on the PC screen. What we need to do now is we need to click on that club, and as you'll see, it's jumped up a line. Exactly right what it should do. So now we're going to click on fancier, and the only one highlighted is show, so we click on show, and it says no fanciers. So we're going to input a fancier. So it's fancier, and the only one highlighted now is add. You click add, and you'll see it's come up with a list of boxes: loft number, name, address, latitude and longitude. You can ignore the longitude and latitude, that doesn't matter because all distances are now worked out on loft numbers. So I'll use my own name and my own loft number, which I know is DY1453. And the flying name, so we just click on, is G and A Tomlinson. And the address is 63. Get the 6 back there. Cleveland Road, Stone Broom. Derby's. So all that information is inputted, double check it, and all you need to do now is press save. And you'll see DY1453 G&A Tomlinson has now come on the computer screen. The next thing we do is we need to register the pigeons to that partnership, but first of all you click on the name, which is, or on the loft number DY1453, and you'll see it jump up. It'll go up here, which you'll see G&A Tomlinson. It's gone straight outside of there. What we do now is we click on pigeon, and the only one highlighted is show, so we click on show, and it clearly says no pigeons. So we click on pigeon, and we click on add. All down here is the different France, Germany, GB, Malta, etc, etc. That gives you, it shows you how the ring should be inputted onto the PC. So I'll just start by a GB. So it's GB, and we'll call them all 09 pigeons, but if they're 07 pigeons, you just type in 07. But we're going to call them 09, so it's 09. And where it says Federation, this is a bit misleading. Federation means the letter. So if it's an A ring, a B ring, a C ring, whatever. So just for example, I know that the National Flying Club rings are N rings, which a lot of mine are, so I'll go N. And you'll see the N comes in there. Just tab it down to the next line, and just for example, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pigeon's ring number again made up. The sex, which is self-explanatory, C for cock, H for N. And the colour, where it says colour there, you have to abbreviate it. So if it's a blue pied, it's BLPD. Checker pied, CHPD. So we'll call this one a blue pied, it's BLPD. And what this is here at the bottom, where it says count, if these rings were numerical, so for example, we had 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, and the last ring would be 1, 2, 3, 49, you could input 50 there, and it would add you 50 rings automatic. But we're not going to that, we're going to do it one at a time. So all you do when you've got the right information on for the first pigeon, you click add. And for the second pigeon, if you see it's gone to 46 now, so we could say it's his nest mate, but we'll just change colour to checker. CHEQ. And we click add. The next pigeon is an NEHU pigeon. So we go NEHU 09. So we'll just call it for MT, mid-time, for example. And we'll go 1, 2, 2. It's N, this one. So change that to H. And this time it's a blue one. So that's a blue pigeon. And all you do is click add. And you can see it's gone to 1, 2, 3. But we'll change this one this time to Hetton Federation, so it'll be HET. Change the number to 144. We'll leave it as a hen, but we'll call this one is a red one. So it's just RED. And you just click add again. As you'll see, the black dots move down to because we're putting an NEHU pigeon in. The next pigeon we'll put in is a Belgian pigeon. So we'll go Belgium, which is BELG. It's an 09. Skip the lettering because we don't have any letters and go straight onto the number. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, sorry. And we'll have this one as a cock. And it is a checker pied. CHPD, checker pied. And we click add. And it's gone on to 68, so we'll add that as well. So that's roughly 6 pigeons we've added. This one is a Northwest Oman Union pigeon, so it's NWHU 09 BT, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a cock, and this time it's a red pied. And you click add, and it's brought 46 up, so we'll add that as well. When you've inputted all the pigeons that you need to input, you then click the cancel button, and you'll see all the birds here on the computer screen. What we need to do next is get the birds from the computer into the TauRIS clock, of which there's 2 ways of doing that. I will show you both ways. So I'm now going to connect the relative cables together, and we'll get these 8 pigeons from the computer screen into the clock. Okay?